With Own Every Word, you can own every word in the metaverse.
Hammy Ground.
Dunkles. Abo Time Snack.
And every word is a one of one. And do we have a roadmap and utility? You bet your ass. Have you read it all yet? Okay. Own Every Word. It's another NFT project.
Every Word, the game show where the word heard submits answers to fill in the blank statements, and a panel of wonderful comedians or just people who work on the show debate which is the best answer. The word herder who submitted the winning word earns incredible NFT prizes. Now, we've started a new tradition here at Own Every Word, where every single episode we look back to a winning word at the previous episode. We call it the Wizard's Pick. So, Mr. Sandproof, can we see what the Wizard's Pick was for last week? Han Dads. Han Dads. Steal something from me and you might get your Han Dads cut off, sir. It's high-end comedy we're selling here. I am your host, Phil Rant. I am not Matt Harris. I'm one of the co-founders of Own Every Word, and I'm here with a terrific group of panelists. We'll meet them shortly, but first, let's throw caution to the wind and dive into round one. Let's see that first prompt, Sam! Halloween is getting too woke. Everything's getting too woke. Halloween is no exception. Most of the houses gave out a blank. Now let's see what the word heard submitted. Halloween is getting too woke. Most of the houses gave out decrypting hardware. Most of the houses gave out bombs. Most of the houses gave out gargling newscasters. Most of the houses gave out advice. Most of the houses gave out games. Most of the houses gave out protein flanks. Most of the houses gave out bulk antidepressant. Most of the houses gave out moral waggery. Most of the houses gave out contributions. And most of the houses gave out disease. A lot of really interesting woke choices here. But of course, there could only be one. Mr. So, what's standing out to you, sir?
Bulk antidepressant, because we could all use antidepressants.
There we go. Bulk antidepressants. Yes, that is definitely too woke. I absolutely agree. Mr. Jordan Palmville, what's standing out to you, sir?
I mean, really a lot, Phil. I would say gargling newscasters. I don't know that they can be given out, but maybe broadcast tapes. I think moral waggery is the one that fits best. Mm-hmm. That said, I think disease is also a real winner, because I wonder how they give it out, right? Is it in the apple? Is it in the candy? Is it just you get a snot rag, trick or treat? Here you go. Here's a used tissue. So I don't know.
We're in a pandemic, baby. You give it out just by existing. Mr. Sam Kimbrell, what's standing out to you?
What's standing out is advice. I think when, woke people, people who are just obnoxious about being so woke, Philip, they're always giving out advice. What the H? What the H? But you know what? I'm going with, right off the bat, what's sticking with me, protein flanks. Our word herd loves to work out clearly every week. People are talking about gains, pumping iron, kicking ass. So I'm going with protein flanks.
Yeah, if there's one thing we know about the word herd, it's that they are not bookish comedy nerds at all. They are workout people. That's well, those are all good ideas, but really what we say doesn't matter. What really matters, what does the word herd think of the comments thread? And for that, we throw to Mr. Sam Proof. Mr. Sam Proof, what's the word herd saying?
All right, let's take a look. Well, what really? This is how we're going to start it. Flabberella McFlavenstein says, moral waggery. Moonraven says, advice for the win, but obviously we don't want the advice here. Cryptodon, depressing economic times, fair. That's fair. Mogwai Shadow, back on the moral waggery train. Spinda Turtle says, now I know what so looks like, and my brain actually painted a decent portrait. Cryptodon also, so a panelist, yay! And Callie Mullally, advice. So it seems we're pretty split. Advice sounds worse than raisins. Fair. I don't want any of that in my my kugel. It seems we're split between moral waggery and advice. So let's see if you can come to a consensus on that.
Callie Mally, I like raisins. Well, our panelists had time to write down what they think. Let's see if they were swayed by the advice of the word herd. Halloween's getting too woke. Most of the houses gave out blank. So, what's your final answer?
I'm going to go with chat and go moral waggery.
Moral waggery. There we go. We got to change based on the word herd. Jordan Palmerville, do you agree? Is it moral waggery or is it something a little different?
I was won over by Sam's argument and the word herd. I do think I like raisins, but I think for the purposes of this, advice is worse than raisins.
That's fair. We've got one moral waggery and one advice. Feel like pretty close to each other. Sam, do you agree with those two, or are you going with the third option?
Phil, as you know, I am a hoe for show, and I went with what the word herd chose, at least most of them, moral waggery. Which I feel is advice. Thank you for putting me on the single here. I like looking. Okay, no. Okay, all right. I like moral waggery because, it sounds like we're being critical of the advice. Advice is sort of plain in its choice, whereas moral waggery sort of is descriptive and colorful. We're going with moral waggery over here at the old Kimbrell household.
There we go. I know that it sounds... that's not what waggery means, but it makes it sound like waggering your finger a little bit,
That is what it means to me. Moral waggery.
Waggery. Well, Jordan Palmerville, you are the odd man out. We got 60 seconds to come to a consensus. Jordan, fight for your life or just give in, show your belly.
I don't know that I've ever fought for my life. I would say the advice bothers me because, you go trick-or-treating and someone says, hey, don't eat all that tonight.
Oh,
don't you tell me what to do. But I guess even worse than that would be someone saying, it isn't very virtuous to eat all that tonight. So I give in. It's moral waggery.
Oh, my God. We have our first consensus. Halloween is getting too woke. Most of the houses gave out moral waggery. Congratulations, esoteric coins. You got yourself another win. And you got yourself yet another official, unofficial, own every word prize. Now, look, I know that the last prize drop all went to the wrong people. If you still haven't gotten yours, that's why. If you've got the wrong one, send it back. It's all over the Twitter. Hit up So about it. Hit up Irish about it. We're going to try to get those back come hell or high water.
The internet got all mixed up.
the internet, all the beeps and boops, the ones and zeros got confused, and they sent it all to the wrong people. But don't worry if you didn't get yours and it's with some stubborn prick who's not giving it back. We'll make sure that we make it right. But enough about my failures as an NFT person. Let's meet our panel. First of all, a very important person. You know him, you love him far more than these other schmoes up here. It's Mr. So to Reap himself. So thank you for being on the game show. Our moderator.
Anytime.
Yeah,
Happy to be here.
I feel like we haven't checked in a while. You got any new words that you've learned recently that you're really excited about?
That's a tough question. I learn new words every day with a little girl, I guess, would make up new words.
There we go. Mine does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's usually the other day, my daughter looked right at me and said, "Coward." I've got it on video.
Yeah.
So I will share that on the Twitter to show I'm not a liar. All right. Mr. Jordan Palmaville, co-founder of Own Every Word and Own Every Word editor-in-chief. Hello, sir.
Hello.
I noticed that your board back there is getting more and more full and that you spelled canceled wrong. Was that on purpose? You're the editor-in-chief, man.
That is the American way to spell canceled. If you think there are 2 L's in it, you are a British person.
Dang it! You found out about me. The Tea Party will rise again. And finally, what?
I think we got 5 wires crossed there.
I think we do too, but you know what? It's nighttime. This is an abstract game show. I got a beer in my hand. Finally, another co-founder here of Own Every Word, Mr. Sam Kimbrell. Mr. Sam Kimbrell fills the Brit. Oi! Hey, Sam, what's your favorite British word?
My favorite British word is the Queen, because she died and she's not doing too well, Phil. She's dead.
Yep, dead body, bin it.
Dead
right?
Queen. We're doing the rest of the show like this.
I hope so, Mick Jagger.
A dead Queen.
That was a good Jagger. There we go. He's got moves like Jagger.
You know,
all right, enough of this tomfoolery, which is my favorite.
Why are we
word
doing
right
this?
now. Why are we doing this? You know what?
Yeah.
We're doing this to give out excellent NFT prizes. So let's go on to round numero dos. Mr. Sam Proof, where's that prompt? I thought the clown was scary until it threw a blank pie at my face. All right, let's see what the word herd had to say. I thought the clown was scary until it threw a perfect pie at my face, until it threw a summer diarrhea pie at my face, until it threw a real pie at my face, until it threw a disrespectful pie at my face, until it threw a pale ale pie at my face, until it threw a worm pie at my face, until it threw a disrespectful pie at my face, until it threw a kitten pie at my face, until it threw a ding-dong shaped pie at my face, or until it threw a gleeful pie at my face. So many angles to take this from, not just the ding-dong shaped angle. Jordan Palmville, what's standing out to you?
The best way to start any problem is the triangle. And I'll tell you what's popping to me right now. It's real pie. Because you might think a clown is scary, and then all of a sudden a real pie hits your face? That's scary. Obviously, summer diarrhea, a lot to unpack there. Worm pie feels like it's out of a German fairy tale, a Stroop Peter sort of thing. And a kitten pie, it sounds fun because it'd be made of cats.
Right, that's true. It'd be adorable or scary, depending.
A cuddly pie.
It might be a cuddly. They might be living. We'll see. Sam Kimbrell, what do you think is standing out to you?
I think we really have to read the prompt, Phil, because it says, I thought the clown was scary until, which means it's not necessarily something disgusting like a summer diarrhea pie or even a worm pie, maybe even a disrespectful pie. I think the answer here is gleeful. I thought he was scary until he threw a gleeful pie at my face. It ended up being a very nice, gleeful experience.
Yeah, the only non-scary clown on Earth happens to be this one because of the gleeful pie. I
Gleeful
buy it.
pie.
I buy it. So, you live Own Every Word every single day, so you've got good opinions. What's standing out to you?
I thought that it was reading scary until it threw, so it got more scary with the pie that it threw in your face. And summer diarrhea just is terrifying to me, to be, first of all, baked into a pie and then thrown at you. So
Yeah, somehow summer diarrhea pie seems even hotter than just like a hot apple pie. 'Cause it's summer.
you have to cook it too. Oh.
It's steaming in the trousers if that's where the diarrhea ended up. Forget about it. But enough about this. Enough about talking about summer diarrhea. What we say doesn't matter. What matters is the word heard. And Mr. Sam Proof, give it to us straight, brother.
All right. Mogwai starts off with ding dong shaped. Big smiles for that. All right. Crypto Don says summer diarrhea is on the diarrhea train with Team Diarrhea. Spin to Turtle says pale ale pie sounds kind of painful if they forgot to remove it from the bottle first. I don't think we were talking about the most painful pie, but yeah, that sucks. Reno, perfect pie is the perfect choice. Fair. Crypto Don says Jesus, which again, not a scary pie, but not what you wanted in your pie. And wrapping it up, Moonraven says ding dong in your face is quite subjective. So yes, that could be a very scary pie for some and an enticing pie for others. Who knows? Only our panelists can decide.
If it's in a pie, I think no matter what your sexual orientation is or your gender, there's something a little spooky about it. I'm just going to throw that out there. Well, we've had plenty of time to write it down. We're going to find out if there's a consensus here. I thought the clown was scary until it threw a blank pie at my face. Jordan Palmaville, what did you write down?
You know, I was inspired by Sam, and I like a gleeful pie. I'm picturing a sort of pie that's anthropomorphic and has a face and mouth, and as it is being thrown, it goes, wee!
God, somehow you just made that even scarier.
Yeah.
No, he's gleeful. He's gleeful.
I'm a pie!
You don't understand. I'm gleeful.
Yeah, you're right. That's not scary at all. That's fun. That's fun. Sam Kimbrell, what did you write?
I actually was persuaded by the word heard, Phil. I think, I thought the clown was scary until it threw a perfect pie. Perfect pie. Thank you for going back to that single. I like that. I like seeing my face. Let's just hold for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfect pie. Just like this perfect face, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I think that clown deserves a lot of respect for his ability to cook a perfect pie. And not only that, he fed me with it. That's how he's serving me his perfect pie. I'm going with perfect.
There you go. It's a great British break-off style clown. We got two different
I could have done
answers.
the British accent. Let's do that take again. This isn't
okay.
live,
One more
right?
time. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going with perfect, because there's nothing better than a perfect meat pie. Hold on Sam's face for single.
Good job. Somehow you contorted your face in just the right way when you did that accent. So we've got two different answers. We got perfect. We got gleeful. What are you going with?
I was persuaded by Jordan with his gleeful pie. It was terrifying. So
there we go. So is going gleeful as well. That means, Sam, you're the odd one out. We have 60 seconds to get to a consensus. Sam, fight for your life. Go, go, go.
How am I the odd one out? That was my first choice.
Yeah, but you said perfect for
I'm
your
gonna
second
go what
choice.
my therapist tells me to do and go with my gut and take some confidence in myself. Gleeful. The answer is gleeful.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, Reno.
We've got a consensus.
Sorry, Reno.
We've got a consensus. NFT profile number 4. You won yourself yet another official, unofficial, own every word NFT, which will be coming to you or to some random person's wallet, which I will then have to go on Twitter and beg for it back. Either way, it'll be fun. It's all a game. It's digital art. It's fun. It's all fun. It's fine. I'm not angry about it. Sam Proof, let's go on to round 3. The Halloween party got really weird when someone started blank for apples. Oh, let's see how this Halloween party got weird. The Halloween party got really weird when someone started reheating for apples, when someone started meetings for apples, when someone started twerking for apples, when somebody started gargling for apples, when someone started sobbing for apples, when someone started cleansing for apples, when someone started mountaineering for apples, when someone started jogging for apples, when someone started butchering for apples or when someone started boiling for apples. A lot of whimsical takes, a lot of dark takes, but takes nonetheless. There's 10 to choose from, but Sam, only a few can stand out to you. Which one stood out to you?
I think there are some obvious ones here that go for the joke, like twerking, gargling, or, maybe even butchering, that's kind of gruesome. But, all those make sense for a party. You're going to twerk at a party. You maybe even be gargling at a party. Some parties are different. Some parties are for families and not for families. It's fine. Butchering, there's somebody there who could be cooking meat, barbecuing it. However, it gets weird when people start crying. So I'm going with sobbing, Phil.
Yeah, that's true. And sobbing for apples plays well with the bobbing for apples tane. It's like it fits well. So, what's standing out to you, sir?
I was also thinking sobbing or cleansing, because what are they cleansing? Is it like genocide or what? But I'm going to go with sobbing.
Let's do some ethnic cleansing for apples.
Yeah.
I really want those apples.
You don't understand. It's gleeful.
No, God. That would make the party really weird, as they would say on the newscast that night. And that's when the party got a little weird. Jordan, what stood out to you?
Honestly, at first it was mountaineering and jogging, because I feel like that's a bizarre party, right? That feels like a Gaston from Beauty and the Beast kind of party. I mountaineer for my apples. Like, what does that even mean? Also, but I honestly, So and Sam, that kind of sounds funny. So and Sam are correct. I don't know. Sobbing pops out the most because everyone's having fun. We're twerking for apples. We're gargling for apples. How crazy are we? Oh, no, we got too drunk and now we're sobbing for apples. Oh, no. I love you guys.
It's the beginning of Oliver, except instead of porridge, it's apples.
Apples.
Please, sir, can I have some more? I'm hungry. Well, we've got a near consensus here, but we still haven't been convinced by the word herd, and I think they might have something to say. Mr. Sam Proof, do they have something to say?
All right, let's take a quick look. Moonraven says, I won't lie, all of these would make for a great Halloween party, but that doesn't help us. Let's move on. Callie Mullally says, I like sobbing. It's close to bobbing, but not quite right. Yeah, it's got the rhyme scheme, and it's horribly hard to confront. It's like, oh, I was having so much fun, and I still really want to because I'm really drunk, but you're just bawling your eyes out. Irish says, no one likes a crybaby. That's true, but everyone does like a consensus. But that was not the segue. Spin the Turtle says the answer is clearly jogging because you ran out and are far too high to find your keys. Yeah, and then Callie Mullally's back with mountaineering is also funny. Good point, Jordan. So I guess this might be all in Jordan's hands to dunk. Back to you.
When I was young, I went mountaineering for apples to make me big and strong. Gaston. All right, there can only be one, and we need to come to a consensus. So we've all written down our answers. So got his drink of tea, so his throat is all clear and he's ready to go. But first, we got to go to Sam. Sam, what did you write down?
I was persuaded by, thank you, going back to that single, Spin to Turtle. Clearly jogging because you ran out and are far too high to find your keys. Jogging. Oh, there it goes. Jogging.
There we go. Jogging for apples. Still kind of feels like bobbing, jogging. It's like an Eminem style rhyme. So, what say you, sir?
I was still on sobbing. It just gets really weird when you start crying in the middle of the party for an apple. So.
God, you're telling me. That brings me right back to college.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan, you knew me in college. What do you say?
Every time we be having a fun time at a party, doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and then Phil start crying, and it get weird. And it's no fun. And it's when it gets weird because people start reflecting too much. They've had too much to drink. Life's emotional. Ease up on the alcohol sometime. And that's an apple, and someone's sobbing for it. I got to go sobbing. I'm sorry. Sometimes the first instinct is the correct one.
I get it. I have emotional problems too. We have an odd one out here. Sam, you've got 1 minute. Are you going to fight for your life, or are you going to roll over like a little puppy dog and have him scratch your belly with something?
Again, how am I rolling over? It is my first choice. It was my
you're rolling
first.
over.
No, I'm not rolling.
Oh,
This is
wow,
ridiculous.
Sam.
This is ridiculous. We're
Yeah.
going with sobbing. Of course we are. It was my first choice. And
All right,
now everybody in the
Mr.
chat
Jogging.
can submit.
Stop trying to save face, Sam.
Yeah, you got to
This
stop saving
desperation is a
face. You
bad
had to
color on
roll
you.
over. You were wrong 2 times in a row, and everyone else agreed. But we got a consensus with sobbing. So and Jordan beat Sam Kimbrell in that round. Congratulations, Storytime Gamer. You are going to be a recipient of an official, unofficial prize NFT. Big time. Congrats, Storytime Gamer. You can game with your story times and your new NFT, which will hopefully make its way to the correct wallet next time. Or else I'll fight like crazy to get it back, I promise. Oh my God, are we at round 4 already? You know what that means. It's time for the 2 for round. In this round, everyone in the word heard with 2 or more words submit 2 or more words if you want to string it out to fill in 2 fill in the blank statements. Let's see what that 2 fill in the blank statement looks like. Trick or treating is so old school. This year we're going to blank or blank. And let's see what the word heard had to say. Trick or treating is so old school. This year we're going to stable or feedstock. This year we're going to road trip or riot. This year we're going to glare or defecate. This year we're going to punch or tickle. This year we're going to dunk or tinkle. This year we're going to boogie or starve. This year we're going to devote or quantity. This year we're going to reject or glare. This year we're going to lawn party or schmooze. And this year we're going to fiesta or wild pig. So many to choose from there, but there can only be one. Let's start with you, So. What's standing out to you, sir?
Glare and defecate, because how do you decide which one you do?
That's fair.
What's the system to that?
That's true. It's like trick or treat is very cut and dry. Glare and defecate. Those are 2 very big differences. Mr. Sam Kimbrell, what say you?
Phil, I'm like a child, so I like to think like a child. So if I'm coming to a front door, I got to think about what I'm going to say if trick or treat is old. And I think the one answer for me personally is road trip or riot. You're yelling it right into someone's face. Road trip or riot. So they either join you on a road trip that changes your life forever, or they riot with you down in City Hall.
Sure, it sounds like the end of the first act of like a Euro Trip style movie or Van Wilder. We're either going to road trip or riot, bros. I like it. Jordan Palmaville, what's standing out to you?
Well, a lot, Phil.
Sure.
I agree with Sam's take that road trip or riot, you got the alliteration. Also, I think what we need to focus on is it's trick or treat. There's a threat here. Either I'm getting a treat or you're getting tricked, right? And that's where I think glare or defecate does make a very strong case where it's like, we're either going to make eye contact or I'm shitting on your porch. And then there's also, boogie or starve, honestly, because that's another one where like, look, we're either going to dance or you're going to die chained up in my basement,
I have to say, though, like dunk and tickle also has that same thing, except you get to watch a super rad dunk or I'm going to pee.
yeah. You know what? Threat. I missed that one, and you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Dunk
I agree.
tinkle.
I agree that I'm correct. That one should get a call out right there because that's a weird threat, and I like it. Okay, but enough about me and enough about us and enough about we. We want to know about the word heard, and that can only come to us. Compliments of Mr. Sam Proof.
It's been kind of quiet. I think everyone's still contemplating. Callie Mullally says lots of good options, but I kind of like punch and tickle, which is what caught my eye first. That sounds like a good time or a terrible time. Mogwai also says I like punch and tickle, and Boogie coming in with starve or boogie. Come on, clearly come on because I'm biased, but that's fine. And yeah, that's T. Richardson joined the party late. Says I'm in late, but I pick what he did. That's where it stands. So exactly what T. Richards says. So I think that should inform all of your decisions and see if you can come to a consensus.
You know, it's coming up on election season. Tim comes into the stream late and goes, "I agree with everybody," and everyone goes, "Yay! Good job!" All right, we had plenty of time to write down answers. Trick or treating is so old school. This year we're going to blank or blank. So, what are you thinking?
Stayed with glare and defecate because again, and Jordan made a good point with the trick or treat. You don't know what you're getting.
That's true. Two very, very different answers, just like trick or treat. So it goes with glare and defecate. Sam, what are you feeling on this one?
You know, nobody ever. Thank you for the single. Oh no, we're gone. No one ever chooses Bill's answer. Oh, I'm going with dunk or tinkle, if it can fit in the screen. There we go.
Fits-ish. All right,
Yeah,
dunk or tinkle.
close enough. I wrote it too big, but yeah, dunk or tinkle.
We've got two different answers.
Dunk
That means, Jordan, are you going to agree with somebody, or are you going to go solo, you lone wolf?
You know, well, here's the thing. I think, I don't know, should the host of the show be putting their thumb on the scale?
Yikes.
Should we see a rad dunk or pee on a driveway?
Oh, no. We've got two dunk or tickles. Now it's So's turn. Tinkle, sorry. Dunk or tinkle. So, are you going to fight for your life, or are you going to roll over and dunk or tinkle with the other fellas on this panel?
Oh,
Come on, we'll all
gonna
dunk
roll
or
over.
tinkle together.
oh yeah, that sounds.
Think we can hold hands and dunk and tinkle.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Let's do it.
You know, you still get stuff coming out of the body with dunk or tinkle. I think it's the good option. Dunk or tinkle takes this one yet again, 2 in a row. Storytime Gamer going with the back-to-back home runs. You get yet another official, unofficial NFT. Congratulations, Storytime Gamer. You did it twice in a row. You were good at submitting stuff. Oh, but now it brings us to a very sad time where it's the last round. This is, of course, the special card and gold round where you can only submit special edition cards or gold cards. So the chances of winning much, much higher. But I got to say, a lot of the loyal members of the Word Herd, they got a gold or a special edition, baby. So they're submitting like crazy. But let's see what our round 5 prompt turned out to be. Halloween is an evil holiday for the devil. I grew up in a town where a lot of people believe that. I'm going to protest by holding a sign that says blank. Let's see what the Word Herd had to say. Halloween is an evil holiday for the devil. I'm going to protest by holding a sign that says begin. I'm going to protest by holding a sign that says limit. By holding a sign that says FOMO. By holding a sign that says heavenly winner. By holding a sign that says sin problem await Easter. By holding a sign that says big boy. By holding a sign that says cowardly. By holding a sign that says fireworks check mark. By holding a sign that says foulest ethics. Or by holding a sign that says classic gammy bent whatsoever. A lot of really great protest slogans here. Where were you during Vietnam, Word Herd? Most of you weren't born yet, I'm guessing. Nor was I. I'm just assuming based on Forrest Gump. Enough about me. Let's go to Jordan Palmaville. What's your first feeling?
I think limit is a good one because that basically is like, hey, let's ease up. I think heavenly winner is also kind of interesting because it feels like the person is boasting a bit about themselves. Like, I'm a heavenly winner. Check it out. Big boy is just hilarious. Might be an advertisement. Cowardly, little aggressive. I am kind of coming around to fireworks check mark in part because I like to think it's a fireworks and then a check mark. And meaning like, that's a good holiday. 4th of July. That's a holiday. Fireworks, good. Pumpkin, eh.
That does feel like the best protest sign. I agree. So what's standing out to you?
I'm going to go with begin because you always see the signs, the end, kind of the opposite.
Oh.
That's a different thing, but it's what stood out.
Agreed. It's a very hopeful response.
Yeah.
Begin. Sam Kimbrell, how you feeling?
What's sticking out to me, Phil, is fireworks check mark. Mainly because if you're trying to scare people away from a party or scare people away from trick or treating, you're going to say, there's a fireworks check coming around from all the police. And everybody knows that you carry around a bunch of fireworks on Halloween so you can put them in mailboxes. So you know what, Phil? Fireworks check mark clearly is the answer if you want people to be scared of your Halloween party or Halloween gathering on your street.
Totally fair. Lots of great stuff here. Foulest ethics, of course. FOMO, limit, begin. Lots of really interesting stuff. But what we think doesn't matter. Let's hear what the word herd has to say in this round 5 by Mr. Sam Proof. Sam, what are they saying?
All right, starting us off, Callie Mullally says, Big Boy is back. That's right. Boogie's on the Big Boy team. Says, Big Boy's making a comeback. T. Richardson says, begin. Basically anything that starts with B, the word herd is behind. Mogwai Shadow, breaking from that. Well, this round has to be heavenly. And Reno giving us begin. Begin what? Lol. So that's 2 for Big Boy, 2 for begin. And we're split down the middle again. Back to you.
Stuck in the middle, it began. All right, we had time to write down our answers and really consider. Halloween is an evil holiday for the devil, true. I'm going to protest by holding a sign that says blank. Jordan, what did you write down?
Well, I think I'm going to stick with my guns here. And also, I think Sam made a really good point about, the firework checkpoints that they put up around Halloween, like the DUI checkpoints. So I went with fireworks check mark.
We've got 1 for fireworks check mark. That's a fact. So, what did you write down for your answer?
Stayed with begin, the word herd.
There we go. Loyal to the word herd to the end. That's why he's part of the community and a moderator with an iron fist. Sam Kimbrell, what did you write down?
Oh, nice single. I have no confidence, Phil, and I am a hoe for show, as we've established in an earlier round. I'm going with begin. Begin. I always do that. Begin.
Begin? That means we have 2 for begin.
Go on.
Sorry, I cut you off on your answer. What, did you have another joke, sir?
Let me think about that. Let me just look at my single. No, I didn't have a joke. No.
Okay, totally fair. That means that Jordan, odd man out, he thinks that it's supposed to be fireworks check mark, whereas So and Sam and the word herd believes in begin. Jordan, you got 60 seconds. You're going to fight for your life. You're going to roll over like a little puppy.
You guys, what does a sign that just says begin even mean? Someone's walking around that has a sign that says, what does it even mean? Fireworks check mark. Okay, no.
Yeah, but when you start things, you begin with a bang, Jordan. When you begin, you start anew. Maybe we don't need Halloween. We don't need it at all. We need to start anew under the watchful eye of our Lord God Pygor.
Ah, the gleeful pie. Yes. Begin.
Begin.
It sounds like we have a consensus on begin because they're all going to worship their god Pygor. That means that Word Wizard number 8448 wins the final round of today. And that means you got yourself an official, unofficial Own Every Word NFT coming your way as well. Such a great show. But before we go, let's hear where we can see everybody. So where can people find you?
In the Discord, as always, and on Twitter at Haunts Old, I believe.
There we go. That's correct. Haunts Old. I can confirm that because I've tweeted at you, sir. All right, Sam, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Sam Kimbrell. I'm also lurking in the shadows.
He's in your nightmares for all the spooky season. You heard it here. Jordan Palmaville, where can people find you, sir?
People can find me at any Halloween party. I'm going to be the guy wearing a mask, and you're not sure who I am.
Could it be Elon Musk? Could it be Jordan Palmaville? You don't know. They're both creeps. That brings an end to our show. Make sure to find me at Own Every Word on all social platforms. Also, big news for those of you who stuck around for the end of the show. We've got a drop date for our Spooky Pets collab drop where you get a word and a spooky pet for everybody that mints. And guess what that date is? October 31st. That's right. We got the Halloween drop. It's super scary and spooky. A whole lot of spooky words coming out on this one. If you own a spooky pet or a word wizard, you get in 60 minutes early. This is going to be a super, super fun one. We love the mission over at Spooky Pets, so please, if you're not on their Discord, please support them. They've already saved like 8 dogs. It's freaking awesome, and they're going to have their show coming out pretty soon. So support them. Make sure to mark your calendars for October 31st. Make sure you have that word wizard in your wallet. And pretty soon, we're going to have more information about our Chronos migration so you can start playing the game, which will be coming out this month. I don't have an exact date for it yet. We're still working through some technical kinks. We'll figure it out soon. I've talked enough. Everybody go live your lives. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you.